I don't know if you saw Joel Embiid score 70. Cat had 60.
70?
Yeah.
Joel Embiid just dropped 70 points, his career high, against Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs a few nights ago. Does this all but lock him in for back-to-back MVPs? Assuming he doesn't sit out 7 more games. Let's check the stats real quick. Up to this point in the season, homie is averaging career highs across the board. This man just keeps getting better and better year after year, all while being the fulcrum of the Philadelphia 76ers offense. Word to Nick Nurse. There is no doubt in my mind that Embiid went so hard that game because it was against Wemby, rookie extraordinaire, that he wanted to give his welcome to the league moment. He is that type of head game player. And what better way to do it than on the anniversary of the late great Philly legend Kobe Bryant's 81-point game performance against the Toronto Raptors so many years ago. Now, we all know the whole story. Embiid came out of Kansas, didn't play for 2 years, and since then he has been a beast. I remember watching his first game against OKC years ago, knowing that he would be this good. Like, literally, would tell boys that Embiid would be the savior of this franchise after the process. Now, back then, he was on a minutes restriction and still dropping 30-point games. Safe to say that he doesn't need them joints anymore. First off, let's take a moment to commemorate the fact that he is officially a top 3 player in the world. Maybe even top 2. Hell, I'm going to say top 1. That's a little bit biased. This is the same dude that Bulls said wasn't tops in his own position a few years ago. I'm looking at the folks who said Cat, Porzingis, Gobert, and even Whiteside was better than him. Now, of course, you're going to have a section of the internet/fans in the NBA fandom that's going to completely ignore this feat, call him a free throw merchant, and say that he cannot get it done in the playoffs, which, at the very least, for the latter, is kind of true. Not even kind of, is true. But I don't think we, and I've been guilty of this too, give him credit and credence for playing injured during the playoffs. It's crazy to think that he's always been hurt every single postseason of his career. Now, I don't know if I'm ready to call this season different yet, just because as long as I've been legally an adult, I've always seen the same story play out time and time again with Joel Embiid-led squads. Team plays well during the regular season, only to fizzle out horribly come playoff time. But still, with that being said, I think it's important to note that I think his mindset, or Joel Embiid's mindset, and leadership has kind of changed. And that's an important factor here. Because at the end of the day, the Sixers have always missed culture. Question: when was the last time you've seen Embiid pout on a call only for him to willingly tank that game? If you've been following my channel for the last few years, you know that I have always been hard on Joel. And yeah, I would be lying if I said I still wouldn't be hard on him until he gets me a conference finals appearance. Solely off the fact that he's God-given talented enough to do it. But at the very least, I can and always will acknowledge his greatness. I'm at the point where I'm close to calling him the greatest Sixer of all time. 70 points in a game, franchise record. Bravo, Joel.
This is a team that I think that they could make some huge noise, especially with the way Embiid is playing now and his sheer dominance. It can make some noise come postseason. They just have to figure out how to continue to play off each other. Because when you have a guy like that can easy put up 40 just by lacing up his sneakers, you know, this is a talent you don't want to waste.